Yo, 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 what's up, people? This your boy Pete Ross. It's a celebration, y'all. We're gonna be talking about one of the greatest hip hop albums of all time and one of the greatest hip hop artists of all time. Bang! Raekwon, only built for Cuban Linx. Yo, 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 what's up, people? It's your boy Pete Ross back in the building with another video. Something very special has happened. We will be celebrating the 20-year anniversary of a classic hip-hop album, Raekwon's Only Built for Cuban Linx. Yes. 20 years has passed. The album was released August 1st, 1995. Produced by, of course, the RZA. One thing I could say about this particular era in hip hop, as far as Wu-Tang Clan go, every member was dropping classic albums. Every member, and you can't tell me that there was not one Wu-Tang Clan member album that was not a classic, including the albums that they dropped, 36 Chambers and Wu-Tang Forever. But we're talking about Only Built for Cuban Linx right now, so let's get into that. It is the solo debut of Raekwon the Chef featuring Ghostface Killer. Now this album, when you listen to it, plays somewhat like a movie, and it was built for Raekwon to be the star, as I said, starring Ghostface Killer. Lyrically, this album is tremendously insane. You know, when you talk about the mafioso rap style that Raekwon had adapted, cats like Nas, another one of my favorite rappers. I believe that I think it came out July 2nd, 1996. I really think that that Raekwon's Only Built for Cuban Linx really influenced that mafioso rap style that Nas had adapted on It Was Written. Cats like AZ, who else you got? Basically really everybody in the firm, including Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? I really think this album influenced all of that. That's how great this album is. You know, you had RZA as producer. It featured every member of Wu-Tang Clan and affiliates. I don't think Capadonna was part of the Wu-Tang, but he was on this album. And it also features a guest appearance by Nas, which was actually the first non-Wu-Tang member to ever appear on a Wu-Tang Clan project. Upon its release, Only Built for Cuban Linx debuted at number 4 on the Billboard 200 charts, and number 2 on the R&B and rap hip hop charts, while selling 130,000 copies in its opening week. The album was certified gold by the Record Industry Association of America on October 2nd, 1995. And according to Nielsen SoundScan, it has sold 1.1 million copies in the United States alone. So this album is outstanding. Rolling Stone actually placed it at number 480 on their 500 greatest albums list. You know, so that's great. Much of the content on the album deals with real life topics, and this is stuff coming from Raekwon and Ghostface, stuff that they went through growing up in Staten Island, New York. Only Built for Cuban Linx, the actual idea behind like what the Cuban Linx stand for is awesome, but you know, this was also dubbed the purple tape, which Ray explained that he wanted to, it's street shit. He wanted to give people a glimpse on how like different dope dealers may have different tags on their dope and their cocaine, and to differentiate between their product and his product. So he dubbed his the purple tape, and the tape was actually purple. You know what I'm saying? To differentiate, like, this is what I'm bringing to the table. This is my dope. That's y'all dope, and my dope is better than y'all dope. This is the way I see it. Ghostface later specified we had already had the title. The chain was used to rock back in the day was the Cuban Linx. So Ray came up with a theory, like a Cuban Linx is one of the roughest chains to break. Only Cuban Linx is for real niggas, strong niggas. That was the concept of the Cuban Linx. But yo, right now, I want to get into the track listing. You have exactly 17 tracks of dope hip hop, Striving for Perfection, Knuckleheads featuring Ghostface and You God. Track 3, Knowledge God. 4, Criminology featuring Ghostface. 5, Incarcerated Scar Faces. 6, Rainy Days featuring Ghostface Killer and Blue Raspberry. 7, Guillotine. Swords featuring Inspector Deck, Ghostface Killer, and Jizza. Then you have a Can It Be? It was also Simple remix featuring Ghostface Killer, which the original appeared on Wu-Tang Clan's first album, 36 Chambers. Then you have the infamous Shark Niggas Biters. Then you have Ice Water featuring Ghostface Killer and Capadonna. Then you have Glaciers of Ice featuring Master Killer and Ghostface Killer. Verbal Intercourse featuring Nas and Ghostface Killer. Wisdom Body featuring Ghostface Killer. Spot Rushes. Ice Cream featuring Method Man, Ghostface Killer, and Capadonna. Wu Gambinos featuring Method Man, RZA, Master Killer, and Ghostface Killer. Then Heaven and Hell featuring Ghostface Killer. Now, Heaven and Hell was actually released for the 1994 movie Fresh. It was on that soundtrack. That's where that first appeared. And if Fresh was a great movie, so if y'all ain't seen that movie, y'all need to check that movie out. But that's where Heaven and Hell first appeared, and it made a reemergence on Only Built for Cuban Linx. I'm gonna name a couple of my favorite tracks off of this album. I ain't gonna get too deep into it because this is really an album that people need to listen to if you are a hip hop head. Knuckleheads, Criminology, Incarcerated Scar Faces is definitely one of my favorites. The Can It Be? It was also a Simple remix, one of my favorites. Shark Niggas, the interlude, they were basically in that particular, that verbal interaction they were having about how people was biting their lines and Ghostface was really like going in on like, which everyone should know. If you don't know, they was doing the contrast between when Nas did Illmatic, and he had the picture of him being a little boy, and then I guess Ghost was feeling a certain kind of way and was saying that Biggie, kind of bit Nas' album cover idea by putting himself on the cover as a baby. You know what I'm saying? So that was pretty deep, and I found it pretty interesting because this is like almost in the mid or the height of the East-West Coast beef. And a lot of people, I don't think, really knew about that because everybody was concentrated on East-West. But there was a lot of beef within the New York area that wasn't really talked about. So that's just like one instance of beef between artists from New York. But another interesting fact about Shark Niggas was that Ghostface, he kind of said like he don't want no one on record sounding like him or sounding like anybody from Wu-Tang Clan. Here recently, Action Bronson, who has repeatedly been compared to sounding like Ghostface Killer, apparently went on Sports Nation and, said some foul stuff about Ghost. And Ghostface kind of went in on it. He kind of referenced Cuban Linx again and what he had said about people sounding like him on record, which if y'all haven't seen that video that Ghostface released, check that out. It's all over YouTube. But Ghostface kind of went in on Action Bronson. But that's another story. We'll get into that later. Raekwon and Ghostface are now touring for this 20th anniversary. I know that they are releasing a documentary entitled The Purple Tape Film, or The Purple Tape Files, I'm sorry. I don't know if that has came out yet. I saw a trailer on YouTube for it. It seemed pretty dope. Can't wait till that come out. Raekwon also actually released a few years ago a part 2 to this album, only built for Cuban Linx 2, which was pretty dope. And he had an album this year that he dropped. I believe it was originally slated to come out 2013, but it didn't come out to this year, 2015. Feli Fly International Luxurious Arts is the name of the album. So if you haven't checked that out, get with it, people. Again, this is the 20th anniversary of Raekwon's Only Built for Cuban Linx. Guest starring Ghostface Tequila, Wu-Tang Clan members, Nas. You know, get into it if you have not heard this album. This is one of the best hip-hop creations of all time. All right, I'm out of here. Peace.